Darryl, I think it's about time you told me where this definite proof against Arthur's coming from.
I can't do that yet, Tom. I promised I would.
Promise to what?
Well, what a surprise. It's me, lovely wife.
Hello.
Hello, Molly.
Want to go to lunch? All of us?
Yeah, it sounds great, but we got to wait till after 1 o'clock, because then we'll really have something to celebrate. Is that you?
Okay, are you here to apologize to me?
There's something that you need to understand.
Now, please, I understand, Holden. I understand an awful lot. I understand what you do. I understand how you play on my daughter. I understand how you come between us and your relationship.
That's not true. That's not what I'm here to talk about.
And I would like to say something, since you are here, about your work at Walsh Enterprises. You seem to have a feeling that because you are going to marry my daughter, you have a free ride. You don't have a free ride. You have to work. You have to work to get what you're going to get, just the way Connor does, the way Kirk does. And when you came out of the stables, honey, you had that glint of ambition in your eye, but you had an attitude, and you used Lily, and you're continuing.
I don't deny that's how I got my start. But I fell in love with her, which is exactly the reason why I am here right now. If you don't watch yourself, you're going to have a lot of trouble on your hands.
I'm not going to be threatened. I am not going to be threatened by you in any way, shape, or form about Lily, about my business, about anything at all. You have some fantasy, maybe, that you're going to just take over Walsh Enterprises because of my daughter. Well, you're not. It's going to be over my dead body.
I hate to badmouth Lucinda, but you better watch your backs until the very moment the minister says, I pronounce you man and wife.
I just don't know why she can't accept it. You may be right.
Well, in this case, I hope I'm wrong, but hey, facts are facts.
I just wish I knew why she can't accept me as the right person for Lily. I mean, I know I started out as her stable boy, and I got involved with Lily for all the wrong reasons. But I love her very much. And she loves me very much.
Well, don't take it personally. Lucinda's got this big problem with sharing anything, and she won't give up once she thinks she's right about something.
Shouldn't you be out there ushering?
Well, I thought you could use some moral support here. Where's Caleb, anyway?
No, he left because I was making him too nervous.
Be glad to know that you have not been stood up. Your bride is here. She's looking more gorgeous than ever.
I gotta see her.
No. You wait till she'll be down the aisle in a minute.
Hey, where the hell you...
I need to see Lily.
No, I have nothing. Holden, what's wrong?
Nothing, Mama. I just have to see my bride.
Very bad luck, dear. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Lily? Wow, you look incredible.
Oh, this is against all the rules, but I'm so happy you came out here.
I just wanted to come out before it all started and let you know that I love you. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life making you happy.
Margot finding a $5,000 deposit in Des Moines hardly proves that Arthur Claiborne was involved in a $2 million kidnapping.
Well, dribs and drabs. Maybe the Harpers were doling it out on the installment plan.
I don't know. Is Arthur Claiborne going to settle his charge against Darrell for half price if he's not hard up for money?
Whatever the reason, I'm just glad Darrell does not have to go to court.
Me too, Graham, me too.
No, just tell him Darrell Crawford called. I'm waiting at the police station to hear from him. All right. Yeah, thanks.
I'm just in a daze. I can't believe that Arthur really wants to settle out of court.
I know. It's great news, but it's nothing compared with what I'm expecting.
Since you don't seem to be able to elaborate on that issue, I'd like to talk to you about a family matter. Gavin Kruger asked me to come over to his office today. He's hoping for a future with Barbara. He wanted me to ask Margot to talk to you about ending the hostility between the two.
No way, Tom. Barbara's family. I think we should all be trying to help her out of this mess. I'm making it easy for her to marry a man who sees every woman he meets as his next conquest.
I apologize, Marcy. Especially after making a point of asking you to be prompt. Well, I won't waste any more of your time. Do you have an answer for me?
I have a question for you. You said that you would pay me more than Lucinda, but we didn't discuss a figure.
Well, my source didn't tell me what Lucinda's paying you. But we'll make it easy. I will pay you half again as much. Anything else?
What happens if your plans for Walsh fall through?
Well, you won't be implicated. And you can stay on at Walsh and our deal will be terminated. Or I'll find a top position for your Kruger office of your choice.
You have offices all over the country. The world.
Correct. Do we have a deal?
We do. So, whatever the duration of our association, I'm sure it will be very pleasurable and very profitable for both of us.
Well, I guess I'll see you inside. I feel better now.
Yeah, me too. It's finally gonna happen.
Yes, it is.
Oh, come on, kids, take it easy. It really is bad luck, baby.
I'm really glad that you're here.
Kurt, he's trying.
Yeah, well, so am I.
Well, I'm glad you're here too.
You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna get back inside.
All right, I'll see you inside. Here, Ellie. Oh, okay, I'll get it.
When he's finally married her, you're gonna tell John the truth.
Flowers, everybody! All right, the first of my... Oh, you're so... Oh! All right, what about the most important one? You have the ring? The ring. I left the ring on the kitchen table. What? You left the ring? Ellie. What are we gonna do? No, we don't have to panic. We don't panic. We just send the driver back to get it. We just have to wait. We'll just have everyone wait. Someone go and explain. Do you want me to go get it? Miss Snyder, this is not one of your bad jokes, is it? Yes, it is. Oh, Ellie! Do that!
Ladies, before we go in, can we get the bride and her bridesmaids lined up with the bouquets? And could you raise yours a little bit there?
Oh, you mean like this? Smile,
Hey, it's perfect, except Lily. Please, can you have a smile?
Just remember, the next time you're out here, you're going to be Mrs. Holden Snyder.
That did it! Perfect!
No, just tell her that her mother called. Oh, I can wait.
Be sure and say hello for me. And get some coffee.
Emily, hi.
Well, the next time that you talk to Kim, please give her my love and tell her if there's anything at all that I can do for her here.
I will, thanks, Ellen.
I want to see Susan, excuse me.
Well, honey, I didn't want to tell you before the surgery because I didn't want to worry you. No, I'm sure. Okay. Okay, I love you too. Bye. Oh, Ellen.
Susan, I'm sorry I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I couldn't help overhearing you saying something about surgery.
Oh, everything's okay. I discovered a lump in my breast, and the mammogram indicated that it might be malignant, but it wasn't.
Thank goodness.
Ellen, excuse me, you have a phone call over here?
Oh, thanks, Lily.
Do you know if Margot's gotten back from Des Moines yet?
No, she's still out there trying to find something that will crack the Crawford case.
I hope that's true for everybody's sake. You must be hell on Franny having to live in a house with a security guard walking the grounds all night. I don't know how long somebody can live like that.
Well, I'm gonna have to rush. That's Ralph, and he's gonna pick me up downstairs. We finally got our meeting with Gavin Kruger. Heading over to his office. See you later.
Good luck, Ellen.
Yeah, I'll need it.
How come Gavin Kruger's not going to Lily's wedding with Barbara?
I don't know, especially since he's M&A's biggest client.
Well, I am so glad that you gave up the wedding to be here.
Well, I'm sure it was more profitable than an hour in church.
Oh, I guarantee it. We'll be in touch very soon.
Goodbye.
Sharon said to come right in.
Arthur, where in the hell have you been? It's after 1 o'clock. Your machine said you'd be back by 12:15 at the latest.
I was tied up longer than I expected. What's so important?
Oh, it's that infernal situation with Ralph Mitchell and the Senior Citizens Council representative. Listen, I want you to come up with some creative stall tactics.
Well, I gave you that file on the Wisconsin project.
Yes, and how can we use that to postpone the old folks' home here? Because I do not want Ellen Stewart and her committee coming after me with a class action suit again. Here, I'll take your coat.
No, I'll throw it on the chair. It's fine.
No, it's not. I'll take your coat. I do not like a cluttered office. And I'll be here any minute. Yes, Sharon. Fred Greer. I'll call him back. What's wrong? Does this have something to do with your suit against Daryl Crawford?
We settled out of court.
What? Are you out of your mind,
The
Arthur?
Harper family doesn't like its associates to be involved in any case that attracts the press.
Oh, well, then you have a problem, don't you? Because you work for me, too. And I want Crawford's name smeared all over the press. Yes, Sharon. I'll send them in. I want you on top of this meeting.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, Ellen, I am so glad that you could make it. Thank you.
Well, I would have moved heaven and earth to get here. I've been waiting a long time for this meeting.
Okay, Dad, I will let you know for sure. Bye-bye.
I was so sure that was my call.
Graham, Dad wanted me to tell you that Ellen finally got her meeting with Gavin Kruger. She's over there now.
Well, I am glad. Maybe this is a gesture of goodwill on Gavin's part. Perhaps a follow-up to his meeting with you.
Yeah, I'm sure he wants it to look that way, Nancy, but I'm sorry, I'll never trust that guy as long as I live. Why the hell doesn't he call?
Dad looks really great. So do you.
What's on your mind?
I was just thinking about everything Lily and Holden went through to get here.
hate to see anything go wrong now.
It won't. You know, it gives me a lot of hope that good things can happen to two people, even when the odds seem to be stacked against them.
Court, I'm gonna shoot from the balcony, so I guess I'll see you after.
No, wait. You want some help?
No, but I'd like your company.
Oh, okay. Lead the way.
Well, it looks like Gavin isn't going to make it.
What kind of emergency did he have?
I don't know. He didn't say. Just that it was something only he could handle.
You're going to have to get used to that if you're going to get involved with a high-powered entrepreneur.
You know, I wish you'd stop trying sneak looks at my watch. You don't have to go back to the office today. Today, you're going to think about nothing but romance and happiness.
You're absolutely right. And I'll try harder.
Mother of the groom goes first, Emma. Ready?
I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
All right, mothers of the bride next.
Oh, for heaven's sake, take
No. Lily gave explicit instructions to have a mother at each arm. Come on.
Take her first.
You look lovely.
You didn't jinx it after all.
We are gathered here today as friends and family of Lily Walsh and Holden Snyder to celebrate with them the most significant and joyous occasion of their lives. May I suggest to you, Lily and Holden, as you stand in the presence of God and of your witnesses, to remember that love and loyalty alone will avail as a foundation of a happy and enduring home. No other human ties are more tender, no other vows more sacred than those you now assume.
May God bless and always keep you. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb every rung, and may you stay forever young. May your hands be always busy, may your feet always be swift, may you build a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart be always joyful, may your song always be sung, and may you always be forever young. Forever young, forever
ask your blessing on this man and this woman who risk themselves together in the freedoms of marriage. Gather them to the lovely seasons of the flesh, to the awakenings to each other's dreams, to an awe before all mysteries given and received. Sing in their home the music of hospitality and true peace. Give them a patience in their time of stress and a gentleness toward their angers that would destroy them. Deepen them in faith toward thee, that theirs shall always be a household filled with praise. Amen. Holden, Lily, everyone here appreciates what you've gone through to bring you here today. In the close association of marriage, be loyal to your best selves and to the ideals you have set forth for each other. As you give to your love its full nobility, guard against self-seeking. All days may not be bright, but whether your lives are lifted up in joy, drawn together in sorrow, or challenged by differences, you can have contentment in your life together if your love is nourished by confidence and humility. Hear the words of St. Paul. Love is patient, love is kind, and envies no one. Love is never boastful, nor conceited, nor rude, never selfish, not quick to take offense. Love keeps no score of wrongs, does not gloat over another's sins, but delights in the truth. There is nothing love cannot face. There is no limit to its faith, its hope, and its endurance. Love will never come to an end. Who gives Lily to be married to Holden?
I do.
If there be any person who can show just cause why they may not be lawfully joined together, let him now speak, or else hereafter forever hold his peace.
Well, I hate to eat and run, but Eleanor's going to work at the hospital library, so I think I'll go over and see if I can help her.
Graham, when do you plan to see Kira again?
The next few days, I hope. Last time I saw her, she seemed so close to telling the truth. That's not the only reason I'm working with her, though, of course.
So, sweetheart, why do you keep giving that girl so much of your time when she's trying to destroy the Mitchell Center?
Dan, if everybody gives up on her now, what possible future can she have? I'm sure if Kira had had more self-possession and confidence, she never would have made those false charges against Duncan in the first place.
You're absolutely right, Graham, and I'm very proud of you for hanging in there with her. I mean, not only for Kira's sake, but for the sake of Duncan and the center, too.
I'll see you at home, dear.
Right, sweetheart.
I just hope that whatever Daryl's looking for comes through. He hasn't even touched his sandwich.
I know.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Graham.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. All right. Bye-bye. Well, the hotel manager checked Philippe's room for me. All his stuff's still there, so I guess he hasn't run out of town. I don't know what to do next.
Why don't you try by telling us what's going on? Maybe Matt can help.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, seeing as how he hasn't lived up to his end of the bargain. It's just that I'm worried about him now. Yeah, I tried to tell him that Arthur is dangerous, but he thought he could handle it.
The call you were expecting was from Philippe Van Doren?
He got in touch with me as soon as he came to town. He said that some information had fallen in his lap that could link Arthur and the Harper family to the break-in and Carolyn's murder.
But you didn't come to us directly with it?
He didn't tell me what it was, Mac. You know, he wanted to handle this thing himself. He loved Carolyn, and he blamed Arthur for his divorce and for her murder. Honey, he was so adamant about not going to the police, I didn't even tell you. I didn't want the burden on your shoulders.
I understand.
Well, Daryl, did he give any indication at all as to what the information might be?
Of course not. He knew I'd come straight to you with it, and he wouldn't get a chance to get Arthur to admit it. When I didn't hear from him yesterday, I called him. He said he'd given Arthur the bait, and he was waiting to see if he took it. Then when I still didn't hear from him today, I went over to his hotel. He said he would be here precisely at 1 o'clock with all the information, or he would call me so I could give it directly to you.
Well, he's only a half hour late. There's no need to panic yet. Any idea where he was coming from?
No, I'm just worried about him handling Arthur alone.
But not enough to let us in on it so we could provide some backup.
McCluskey. Who is this?
and forsaking all others, remain faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Lily, will you take Holden to be your husband, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy bond of marriage? And will you promise in the presence of God and before these witnesses to love him, comfort him, honor and cherish him in sickness and in health, in prosperity and in adversity, and forsaking all others, remain faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Lily and Holden have some thoughts they'd like to share with each other in the presence of their family and friends as they give and receive the rings that symbolize their unbroken circle of love.
Lily, it's taken us a very long time to get here, but I always knew that we would. My love for you has been the one thing that hasn't changed in my life since we first met. We've both grown in many ways since then, and the world has brought us many surprises, but the one thing that I am absolutely sure of in my life is my love for you. It will always be there, and it will always be the most important thing in the world to me.
Holden, I won't promise to always love you because that implies it's something that I control, and I don't. It just is. It's as natural to me as the sunrise. It's a part of me. It always has been since the summer I first really got to know you. And suddenly I understood what it was to love somebody with all my heart and mind. There were times that I doubted that we could be together, but I never lost that feeling, no matter where I was or where you were, and I know I never will. You always said that we were a part of each other, and now we always will be.
For as much as you have consented together in holy wedlock and have witnessed the same before God and this company, and thereto have pledged your faith each to the other by joining hands and giving and receiving a ring, you are now husband and wife together in the name of God, the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. Those God joins together cannot be put asunder. This we believe. Holden, you may kiss your bride. Now let us pray. Almighty and most merciful God, let thy benediction rest upon this husband and wife, Lily and Holden. Hallow the ties which bind them together, that they may live in peace and love. Amen.
What are you staring at?
You still didn't tell Emily about us. What's going on?
Well, she was in the middle of a business meeting. She might have passed out on the conference table.
That didn't stop you from telling her about your surgery.
Okay, McDermott. War. I know that your parents are divorced and that you're not particularly close to either one of them, but have you told them that you're living with an older woman?
Only my mother.
You told your mother? You did when? You didn't tell me that.
Relax, will you? I'm only kidding. Believe me, they wouldn't be interested.
Did you tell them about Franny?
Well, yeah, but that was different.
Sure, she's 20 years younger.
No, it's not because she's 20 years younger. It's because they met her. They knew that I was living with her in Boston. She was the reason I transferred here. Listen, I have an idea. We're both due for a little R&R, right? Let's fly out to L.A. and we can tell Emily together.
Don't you think that makes like a big deal out of it?
You don't think it's a big deal?
Help.
Well, I see I'm not the only one trying to avoid the noise in the cafeteria.
Hey, come on over here and join us.
Well, I don't want to intrude.
No,
you won't
sit
be,
down,
it's me.
Please.
Excuse me. Sit down.
I heard you and Larry talking about the Crawford case before. Must really be a strain on you, too.
On all of us. But, you know, Franny's very happy. And she seems to take all these bizarre events over there in stride.
I remember the night that Tom and Margot said that Dana thought she'd seen Carolyn's ghost.
Oh.
Larry is actually very upset that Daryl's not doing something to secure the grounds, and he's not moving from that house. Larry's still very concerned.
Well, you know, people don't stop being concerned about people, even when things work out a different way.
I gotta check on a patient. I'll see you later. It's not that I don't trust you.
Ditto.
He's a very special young man, and I'm very happy for both of you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bob?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hiya, Mom.
Would you get me a cup of coffee, please?
Sure. Have a seat.
Thank you. How are you, Susan?
I'm fine. Oh, listen, I just want you to know that Larry and I were having lunch.
You don't have to explain anything to me, Susan. I'm just very relieved that we don't have to feel self-conscious with each other anymore.
Yeah?
Thank you, dear.
Oh, did Tom tell you about Ellen's meeting?
Yes, I do hope that she can pin Gavin Kruger down to a definite construction date.
Well, frankly, there's been very little interest in the center since I announced plans to go ahead with it.
But Gavin, now wait a minute, I have to say this. Nobody's going to commit until they can have some idea of when they can take occupancy.
Oh, I think it goes much deeper than that. Arthur, do you have something you'd like to add to that point?
Well, I agree.
Agree with what?
But it goes deeper. Much deeper. It's warm in here, isn't it?
Now, I've felt all along that it's the association with Tonio Reyes's name that has prevented depositors from flooding in. Now, what we need to do is to start with new plans, okay? A new name, new architect. Now, I had Arthur obtain some information on this new project in Wisconsin. I believe you told me about it, Ralph. Now, I want you two to look this over and find out what makes it so special. I'm going to have you visit it, and I'll pick up the expenses, of course, on my jet. And I want you to visit this and any other center that you think you should to get good ideas.
Gavin, an awful lot of research was done on the original plan.
Ralph, we need to breathe new life into this project. Ellen, I want you to work hand in hand with the new architect to make sure that Oakdale has the finest center in the country. Ralph, you pin her down to a date. As soon as you can get back to me, I'll appreciate it.
Well, Ellen, maybe we should talk this over a cup of coffee, huh?
All right. Certainly going to have to give some thought to what to report to the committee.
Well, I am eager to get started on these new plans.
Arthur, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. You take care of yourself, okay?
Thanks, I'll be
I
fine.
hesitate to have any more than this.
This, I think you'll be quite surprised. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for making
I really
time for us.
appreciate it.
We really...
No, thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks. Arthur, what in the hell is the matter with you? You sat there like a zombie.
I'm sorry, I guess I'm preoccupied with my financial bind. I'm due a lot of money, but I just can't get to it yet.
Oh, I think it's something a little bit more than that. Like maybe Philippe being in Oakdale.
Why would you say that?
Because of what you told me earlier. That Philippe is not really my friend, and I should do whatever I could to get him out of town.
It's the same old recording. Arthur telling Gavin he'll be back at 12:15, which means he hasn't been there to change it. Damn, I was so sure that call from Margot was Philippe.
Margot was rather amazed you hadn't come to us first. If Arthur's as dangerous as you claim and Philippe really has something on him, he could be in a lot of trouble.
Tommy, Philippe was the one with the information, not Daryl, so let's not jump to any conclusions, all right? Maybe Philippe is still waiting for Arthur to get back, too.
Well, then let's send somebody over to the hotel.
We just got a call from the yacht club. One of their employees saw a body floating in the river about 20 yards offshore.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
No reason to assume it's Van Dorn, but let's go.
Well, if it is Van Dorn, we're going to need you to ID the body, Daryl.
Randy's not going with
Oh,
us,
yes,
right?
I am.
Well, who's ever going? Let's go.
All right.
Go ahead.
Gavin Kruger wants to start all over again?
That's what he said.
Well, I was skeptical at first, too, Nancy, but, you know, I have heard quite a bit about this Wisconsin project from Betsy, and I'm really eager to see it. I mean, maybe it's possible that Gavin Kruger's heart's in the right place after all.
What do you think, Ralph?
I think the only way we're going to find out is to proceed as quickly as possible.
So how's your patient?
She's all right. A 13-year-old girl, a little uncomfortable about still seeing a pediatrician. I'm going to turn her over to Audrey. It's too bad there isn't a specialist in adolescent medicine on the staff.
I hear you. I hear you.
Nancy, excuse me. Susan just told me that you were at the station and that you heard there might be a break in the Crawford case. Is that right?
Yes, Daryl was very hopeful that something important was about to break.
There he is.
I've been watching since I called. The current brought him into shore.
Turn him over, Murph.
Okay, everybody, we'll see you at the Lakeview.
Ollie, Billy, come and have one more picture. Come and have a picture with me. One big happy family. Come here. All right. Beautiful.
Okay, everybody smile.
Can't hold the baby and you're ready for the picture? Why not? Oh, come on, baby. There's ready.
Everybody ready? The timer's about to go off.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by Crisco, because you're cooking for your family.
Are my best friend,
And I see no end to the love we share together.
I want it forever with you.
You are the reason
I keep on believing in the dreams Together